Hey guys, welcome to Wednesday Night Live. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I should have moved this closer, but now I've got my camera attached to my computer, so I can't move it. So now I'm gonna have to like lean forward because I'm doing it inside tonight, just for grins and giggles. But I didn't think that I wouldn't be able to read the screen, so there's that. So, MT Homestead, Mike and Terry, what is going on? Good evening, Mike and Sid. Terry is on the road with Brittany to Missouri to visit her mom. So you got Big Mike tonight. Nice. We will always take you. We will always take you. Oh, Mike just texted me. Let's see. What did Mike say? Be there in a minute or two. He's wrapping up stuff at work. But, well, we always love, of course, we miss not having Terry here, but we do adore Big Mike. So, and if you guys haven't checked out MT Homestead's channel, make sure you go do that because they're just dolls. We just love them. So, and they've got their big meetup coming up in May at 10 Killer Lake Park Campground situation in Okalidokaliehoma. So the Midwest meetup there. So, I'm gonna talk to Mike and see if we can't skedaddle over there. We'll see. He's not good at planning stuff in advance like that because he never knows, like with work, if he can take time off. So like when we plan a vacation, I have to really like figure it out. And like the 2 times a year we normally go, it works out okay. But that's sort of like an off time. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah. Pure Okie, hello. Randy Jameson, hello from Colorado. Get ready for some weather. We're supposed to get thunderstorms again tonight, but we'll see. You know what? It's funny because the weather here, I actually love it. I'm not crazy about the tornado warnings, but who is? There's trade-offs for everything. At least you get warnings versus like earthquakes. It's just like, oh, what was that? So at least you get a warning usually with the tornadoes. So that's something. But I don't mind, the rain every few days. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think it's good stuff. Yes, we're in the house tonight, Jen. We are in the house. So, hey, Mark and Debbie, 2 old people on a couch. What is crack-a-lackin'? What is going on? We like Mark and Debbie too. I don't know if they're going to the meetup. I haven't heard. I don't know. Maybe they are. I imagine they would if they were able to, because they're right in that general vicinity. So, it's all good. Ridge Life! Tim from Ridge Life, and let's see, right now he's on here from Ridge Life, but he's got, let's see, this is a quiz. He's got like 4 channels now. Ridge Life, reviews and how-tos, lessons from the Ridge, and ramblings, Ridge Life ramblings. I got them all. And then regular Ridge Life. So if you guys haven't checked out Tim, in fact, he did his first live last night in ages. He hadn't done a live. And he'd had a lot of stuff going on, and then he's been real busy deer hunting constantly because he's got to put David to shame. So from Come On Homesteading. So but we had a good time, and I had to duck out of your live kind of randomly, but then Mike got home right when I ducked out. That was why I ducked out. And then I think he went in there for a little while. I'm not sure if he did or not, but I enjoyed your live last night. I think everybody had a good time that was in there last night. It was a good live. It was a good one for your first time back. So, Treasure Hunter, what's going on? Yes, go Ridge Life. That's right. That's right. Scott Jolly's in the house. Treb City Weatherman. The big white house. If you live in our area, Scott Jolly, if not in person, by proxy. I know him by proxy. I haven't actually met Scott, but I think Mike finally met you a few weeks ago, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. I thought he did, but I know they've been talking. So, but yeah. Everyone's asked me, apparently the storm that's coming through is worse than everything that I've heard from down here. So I think yes, it's coming through. I did see the one radar that said that, but then everything else I looked at was like, eh. And I didn't check Ryan Hall, y'all, so I don't know. But I know it's supposed to be like some rain, some weather, but that's okay. That's all right. It's all good. Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. So both the MT Homestead. Well, I don't know. MT, are you doing a live tonight since Terry's not with you? I don't know. I don't know if you're still going live tonight. Hey, Lindsay from Into the Mist. Let's see. Mike's gonna be popping out here any minute, guys. I know. I'm sorry. I'm boring by myself. I know. I can't help it. I'm boring by myself. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, no, I get we're not buckled up for the storms because apparently I didn't know it was about to be as bad as it's supposed to be from what y'all are saying right now. So I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll survive. Um, it gets rain, but it's not like I mean, back home right now, I think we talked about this on Sippin' and Spillin' the other day on our other channel. Uh, back home in our old, I should say our old home. I always say back home because it's where I'm from, but it's not home anymore. uh, the the deluge, the what do they call it? The atmospheric river that comes like every 7 years or so is just dumping water on them like it's going out of style. So you know, it's they're just I mean, I'm seeing pictures of like my old neighborhood where it's just you can't get cars through it because it's flooded. And this happens about every 8 to 10 years out there. The whole area just kind of floods and everybody just sort of hunkers down and deals with it and gets sandbags. And that's, it is what it is. Supposed to hit Corinth around 9. Okay. I saw here it was supposed to start thunderstorms around 9 or 10 is what it said. Um, but I don't know how many inches they're expecting of water, how much wind. I didn't see anything about that. I didn't get any alerts or warnings for anything. So let's see. MT Homestead says, dang, right now I can say that I want and sing what I want without Terry shutting me down tonight. We will talk all things meetup. Nice. Okay, cool. So, all right. So Big Mike will be flying solo tonight. So you guys got to go keep him company tonight at 8 o'clock. He'll be on. And you got to go keep him company so he's not all by him lonesome while he's jibber jabbering to himself. Because it's hard to do lives by yourself. I mean, it is. Tim, you do them by yourself. It's hard, and I used to do them a lot by myself. And apparently, right now, I'm doing it by myself. It's hard sometimes because when the chat gets really going crazy and it's spinning like crazy, and it's really hard to keep up with everything, and it just makes it makes it tricky. Oh yeah, tornado season. Mark and Debbie from Two Old People on a Couch say tornado season is January, February, March. I know. It's a thing. I know. I'm trying not to focus on that so much because I am the type of person that will get overly anxious about it for no reason. So I try not to think about it unless we actually have a warning. Because I feel like that's just for my own sanity and anxiety levels, I just feel like that's just a better course of action for me because I will throw myself into a tailspin. So it's for me, it's good enough to know I have the storm shelter, I have stuff in it, I've got generators, we got a plan. That's enough for me. That's good for me. If I go any farther beyond that and really, really just harp on it too much, I'll end up in the corner like chewing my hair, rocking back and forth. It won't be good. So I just have to I just gotta kind of ease into it. Auntie Anne, what's going on? We love us some Auntie Anne. We do, we do. I'm curious, Auntie Anne, are you going to the meetup in May? The Mid America meetup that MT Homestead's throwing their little shindig. I shouldn't say little. I don't know how big or little it's going to be. Sounds like a lot of the spots have already sold out and all that stuff. So maybe it's going to be a pretty big meetup. Right, Sid, going solo on a live, there is no one to interrupt you or correct you. That's true, MT. Well, I notice it too, even sometimes when I'm filming by myself, when I go back, because I do all the editing. Well, I do like 99% of the editing. Every once in a while, Mike will edit something or do something. But a couple years ago, I started doing more and more of the editing, and then I took it over altogether. But basically, I'll catch myself saying like weird words that are not the words that like I meant to say, but because you're so focused on filming and holding the camera or getting the angle right, you're focused on other things. Sometimes the words that come out of your mouth just don't make sense. And then I watch it back while I'm editing it, and I'm like, that's not even a word. Like, I don't know where my brain went, but that's not a word, or that's not the word that I meant to say. Like the other day, I just an example. The other day, I meant to say what I said was equitable, and what I meant to say was shoot. I can't even remember what the word was that I was meaning to say because I can't remember what the like frame of reference was. Um, Economical. That was the word I was trying to say, and I said equitable instead of economical. But it was too late. I couldn't take it back. It was what it was, and I was like, whatever. It's fine. And nobody nailed me on it. They will now because I just said it, but they'll go back and go, oh. You didn't know you have a trip planned around then? Oh man, Auntie Anne, that's a bummer. It's gonna be right near your area too. I know. I won't go chew my hair in the corner, I promise. I won't do it. I won't do it. Full blown country's in the house. Howdy Sid, Pooch is going solo tonight too. No side eyes. I know, right? There you go. I guess it's a night of solos apparently. Because it looks like Pooch is going solo without the or I'm sorry, no. Pooch, what did you just say? Did I just say that backwards? You're going solo. Pooch is going solo tonight because Pretty's not going to be there. And then Big Mike's going solo. Apparently, I'm going solo at least for a portion of this. So yeah, it's a night of standalone. Brian won't be by himself because he always has a guest on Wednesday nights. So, but there you have it. You know, no judgment from the other one. No stepping on each other's toes. None of that. None of that stuff today, right? As of today, we have 42 channels and five subscribers, and of course, everyone's better half and their kids. Got you, MT. That's for the meetup. Right on. I love it. I love it. That's good. Some of the words don't make sense when we watch it too, Sid. Thanks, UC. I try. I know. Well, it is what it is. It's a solo night. I'm telling you. It's like I'm just a wild and crazy gal all by myself. Yeah. So so tonight's topic, well, not really a topic. It's like a thing, right? So poor Frankie's getting frustrated because not frustrated, but they most of the time when they have time for both Mike and Frankie to go hunting is in the mornings, right? And the mornings is just not as active. They're just not like the trail cams are not as active at those times. Like it's always like in the evenings is the better hunting times, generally speaking, you know? And so because she hasn't been able to go on that many like late afternoon hunts, there's been times where they've gone out in the morning and they literally have not seen a deer, like nothing. And we know there's just deer crawling. Well, they don't crawl. What do deer do? They hop, they do their thing. I don't know. What do you stroll, gallop, leap, whatever. The Macarena, whatever it is that deer do. They haven't even like seen one walk by, nothing, right? But in the evenings, you'll be driving down the road and you'll be like deer, 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 you know, and we see them all the time on the trail cams. So I think this weekend they're going to be able to actually go in the evening together, and I'm hoping that this is the time. Like she will get her first deer, and that'll be good. So that'd be exciting. Oh, I missed something because somebody just said gross Tim. So I must go back now and see what that was all about. What did I miss? Let's see. You're bringing the world's stinkiest fish to fry. Well, I did go hunting with Mike, Sam. I am. I was the camera person that day. Look, here's the deal. I have not gone. I have gone. Okay. All right. To preface, I don't like shooting the rifles as much. I just don't. I have awkward T-Rex arms. They never feel like they fit me comfortably. I don't enjoy it, right? I have no problem with guns. I have no problem shooting. I will shoot my pistol all day long. It's fun. I like it, whatever, right? I'll go target practice. No big deal. In fact, we even bought a pistol when we got here that fits my hand better that I really like to shoot. So, and it's kind of cool because it looks like an old West gun. It's cool. But anyway, I'm not a big fan of like I don't mind shooting our Ruger 22, but I can't really go deer hunting with that. So it's just not my jam. But and I don't know, like I like fishing and stuff, and I enjoy going on the hunt with Mike, but I don't really think I want to be the one doing it, mainly because I'm fairly certain I'm not as accurate with the larger guns. Yes, I know I can put it in the thing and I can basically just walk up to it and, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not my thing. And it's a good bonding thing for the two of them. So I'm kind of just letting them have that. And I'm just sort of staying out of that. I have no problem. It has nothing to do, of course, with like, dispatching an animal or anything like that, because if you've hung around our channel for any length of time, you know that I have dispatched my fair share of animals and put meat on the table, right? I have no issue with that at all. I really just don't like the big guns, the big rifles. It's just not my jam. And I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel like I have enough control over it. I blame my T-Rex arms, and so there it is. Yeah. So, and I still haven't found his oh no, I did find the gross comment, the world's stinkiest fish one. He did make mention of potentially having some mead down there, which I'm like, I feel like if Tim swings through Mississippi at some point, Tim needs to bring a bottle of that with him, and we will throw something dead on the grill. I'm just saying. Deer prance, there we go. Thank you. Yes. It's I danced around that word, but they may even named a deer after it. Prancer. And I still screwed it up. See, it's hard when you're in the hot seat like this by yourself. It's hard to remember all your words, right? Tim better bring some. Yeah, I bet you he'll bring some deer jerky. Well, he's bringing his whole home with him, so he should have everything with him in theory, right? I told him he's like a hermit crab now, which is better than saying he's like a snail. I guess I don't know, but there you go. I love it. Okay. Uh, skunk jerky again. Yeah, that's true. He did bring, what was it, a couple meetups ago, he brought some. I didn't try any of it, but I watched other people try various interesting kinds of jerky, and I watched a few of them then regurgitate it afterwards. And these were like big burly guys that then couldn't stomach it. And I thought, well, that's good for them. I love that for them, but I don't need to play that game. I'm too old for that. I'm past that point in my life where I need to like test the boundaries with certain things. And that would be one of those things that I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. It's storming hard there. Oh boy. Well, Rich Life says it's hitting Tennessee already, so it's coming. I have no doubt it's coming. I just don't know. I haven't heard anything about like how much rain. They just say that's the one thing that bugs me is they just go, you're gonna get rain, and then sometimes it's like a sprinkle, or they'll say, oh, it's a thunderstorm, and sometimes it's a thunderstorm with like sprinkles. But I'm like, is it gonna rain? Like, am I gonna get like 2 inches tonight, or is it gonna be like a sprinkle? That's my thing. It's like you know, it is what it is. Auntie Ann, I love shooting my handgun, but I can't hit the side of a barn with it. I'm much better with a rifle. See, and I feel like I'm the other way around, which I know is wrong technically, but when you have T-Rex arms, the whole factor changes on everything, I feel like. Plus, my distance vision is not like great. Like even with my glasses, contacts, whatever, I'm probably due to go back and get it adjusted. But with the move coming up and then us being here, I just haven't bothered to do that. So, and I can see fine enough, but to see detail as to where to hit a deer that's already camouflaged in the greenery, that struggle bus is real. So I just don't feel like I would like shoot towards the deer, and then that would be game over for the rest of the hunt, right? So, you know, I should hit a Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's, test fire a crossbow and see if I might like that. I can get some really big bucks early in the season doing that. That's true. Maybe again, T-Rex arms. I know crossbows are different. I don't know. I don't know. Are you gonna
I can join you. I've logged out of the office.
Okay. I'm like, he's standing there like a stalker.
Well, that's because there's nowhere for me to sit.
There was a whole cushion for you.
You were right in the middle.
Well, I scooted over because I was trying to read.
Yeah.
And,
What's up?
So, sorry, I'm a little behind on comments, guys, because it's really hard when you're by yourself. So, as I was saying,
What's going on, Tim?
Oh, yeah, hopefully Tim's got the trailer. He said it's raining good there now. It's storming good there.
Yeah.
So, I need a Browning. I know we were talking about that I need a youth stock on a rifle and give that a try. We might at some point. We might at some point see if I might try that. But I really feel like the hunting thing is really like Mike and Frankie's gig. And I enjoyed the hunt that he and I went on, but I don't think I want the pressure of.
First of all,
oh gosh. Here we go.
I don't think she wants to field dress, skin, and.
Oh, I don't mind. I mean, if I'm in it, you know me. If I'm in it, I'm in it.
Yeah, but it's not like teaching you how to clean a trout. It's a very different process.
Well, okay, yeah, but
So, like,
I mean, it's not like
yeah.
I've not watched you do it or not been
It's
around
a lot of
it.
work.
I know. I get it. I get it. I get it.
I just don't think that hunting is like her thing.
Beth says, yeah, but I handled that tens unit like a champ. That's true, Beth. I did. That's true. Jared spilled his beer. Mr. Payne spilled his beer. But not me. Not a drop. I know the T-Rex arms with long rifles are tricky. Well, yeah, but I can't shoot a deer with a 22, Auntie Anne. That would be. I mean, look, I could shoot it, but it wouldn't really stop it.
We could definitely solve for the arms. I could put you on like an AR-10 platform, in a 308. In fact, I even think that they make AR platforms in other calibers now, but I mean,
Tim says, Mike is in the house.
What's up, Tim?
Yeah.
I mean, at the range that we're shooting, you could shoot a 300 blackout. That's a 30 caliber. You could shoot a 308, probably a little overkill.
Oh, Becky, thank you. She says she loves the wall behind me. I love this wall too. So all of these, I just have to tell real quick. So these are all family heirloom antique bird pictures that are all around here. And then these, I got at an auction. There's like a couple of those. Some of them are out of frame.
Yeah, don't take her to an auction.
Yeah. I was fun at that auction. What are you talking about?
I don't remember what I was talking about.
Sorry. I'm not under the influence of anything. Why is it when I'm overly talkative, people think I'm schlammered?
I should have stayed at work because I'm like, I've just disrupted the program. You had it under control.
Well, I'm just behind.
I was like frantically trying to catch up on some emails at work because as soon as we're done with this, we have to leave to go pick up Frankie from youth and then go over to some friend's house. So I can't go back to work after the live tonight.
He has to lift up a washer.
I'm not lifting a washer.
You and Will are lifting.
I'll help multiple people lift a washer.
Oh, and Scott Jolly's here too, by the way.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I forgot to tell you that.
Oh yeah, I see him, Scott Jolly.
Oh, I've seen him.
Robert, let me read Robert's comment real quick.
The way I acted when Mike and I went hunting, I need to shoot a deer.
She was like, wow.
Hey, I was excited about it, and like I said, there's some things that I like to do myself, and then there's some things like now if I don't know. I'm not saying I'll never do it, but this season with it being her first year to hunt, and it's been a real good bonding thing for the two of them, like a good daddy-daughter situation. I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be tagging along. We do a lot, the three of us.
We have a season worth of footage of us between, just the basics in the beginning, learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning what to look for, scanning for horizontal lines, learning how to use binos, and then learning to shoot, and then her taking her hunter safety course and getting her license, and then us going out and sitting in the blind several times without getting any deer. I mean, if we take all that footage,
yeah,
it's all just piled up. I've just been waiting to use it until we have like, a climactic
Yeah.
You know, we got one.
Yeah, if I decide like next season or in a couple seasons that I want to go deer hunting, I will definitely invest in like a youth rifle or like a shorter stock rifle, something that would fit me better that I felt like I had more control over. But
Yeah, we just put a Magpul stock on whatever, and we can adjust the length.
there you go.
We can solve for that.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
like
even
I
worried
said,
about
it's just I don't need to do it. I had plenty to keep me busy getting us kind of settled here that I was like, I don't really need to focus on like learning how to deer hunt right now. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of nice to have them
it. I'll tell you what Sid's
go.
more like. This is more Sid's speed.
What's more my speed?
Raising deer.
Yeah, I would totally raise deer.
That
I
is
would
way more her speed.
totally raise deer. I 100% would raise deer. 100%. Like if that was a thing, like that
Oh,
we
it's a
could. Well, I
thing.
know it's a thing, but I'm like tomorrow, like 100%. If you were like, hey, let's be deer farmers, I'd be like, cool, sign me up.
We're not gonna be.
We're not gonna be deer farmers, but I would totally do it. Guys, I enjoy the raising of the animal and knowing what care went into it. I don't know. I just get a lot of satisfaction out of that. Not that I wouldn't get satisfaction if I still put meat on the table from hunting, just like I know he does.
Yeah, I mean
but-
the end result is the meat.
right.
I enjoy like time outdoors. I like an excuse to go sit in a deer blind and just like not be thinking about work, you know, because when your mind's engaged even a little bit on something, it prevents you from thinking a lot of times about the things that are bothering you. That's why I love to garden. You know, she's like, I don't understand why you love to garden. Well, yeah, but she runs around cussing all the time.
No, I don't.
And
that is not true.
I mean, I figure out how to decompress. Gardening is decompression, and sitting in a deer blind and just watching birds.
First of all, I run around
is
the house, and I
decompression.
have not been running around the house cussing all the time in a while because I finally got him to stop dumping stuff on the dining room table. It only took me 20 years, but I finally got him to
Did
stop.
you get me
doing
to
it.
stop, or did you get me to pause?
I'm going with stop
Okay.
because it's been long enough now that I feel like I can fairly confidently say stopped. But I forgot what I was gonna say.
Must not have been important.
No, I was going somewhere with that, and then I got derailed.
We were talking about you running around the house like a tornado.
Yeah, but I have something else. I forgot. Oh, but I will go like see he goes and decompresses in the garden and I'll go out and I'll talk to the chickens and I'll talk to the goat and I'll have a whole conversation with all the farm animals and like ask them about their day and like, and but I mean, we all do our thing.
And I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
Like sometimes he'll be like, "Who are you talking to?" And I'm like, he'll call to me from the other room, and I'm like, "Oh," because it sounds like I'm having a conversation with somebody, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm talking to the dog."
Or she's talking to herself. She could be rehearsing what she's going to say to me later, and all I got to do is just listen.
I do talk to myself. No, I do talk to myself.
She talks to herself a lot.
I do.
Like if I ever feel like
an unhealthy amount.
If I ever feel like it's time to commit her, I could get away with it. Yeah.
Like legitimately talk to myself more than the average bear. Like it's a constant dialogue. It doesn't stop.
One of y'all bounce air out of here. I appreciate it.
Ew, I didn't see that.
Yeah. What a punk. Anyway, I feel like, going out in the garden and so when you engage your brain when you engage your brain in something that just takes a little bit of brain power, but it doesn't take a lot, right? It's like taking a nap. I mean, it's literally relaxing to the brain. It doesn't rest the body. Sometimes it makes the body tired. But man, when you can rest that brain, I mean, pulling weeds is like the best therapy in the world because you start paying attention to the weeds and thinking about, and you notice things, and it's impossible to think about work or about bills or about, I mean, pulling weeds is therapy. Go pull some weeds, people. That's what I'm saying.
Go pet a chicken. Go have a whole conversation with a goat.
I'm saying that's not, I'm not saying that's not therapy either. I'm just saying.
You should hear some of the conversations Bunko and I have on the porch. They're fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Like like, and he talks back quite a bit.
Oh, it's windy outside.
Well, the storm is coming.
Okay.
Storm is coming.
Storms are coming.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my bone. Let's see
Backward
here.
Freedom, Justin, what's going on? Hello.
Oh, Steve doesn't have a wrench.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what he meant by he didn't have a wrench. I see
Yeah.
what he's talking about.
Yeah, we'll give you a wrench, Steve. You're in here. You're definitely in here often enough.
All
I
right,
think
hold on.
I think you're in every live.
Okay, my thing is being cranky today.
I know, I see that. You just
Well,
highlighted everything. She's about to delete it all.
no,
I'm just kidding.
that's not what happens.
Um, so yeah,
Okay, let's see.
moving.
Type. Yeah, there we go. It worked. Okay.
Did it?
Yeah, it worked. Trust
Okay.
me. I know things.
I trust you.
I know things. It just takes it a second for it to like show up on their side.
When you're talking to yourself is the only time you get to have an intelligent conversation. I see you, old man on a mission.
Oh,
Those are shots fired across the bow right
I
there.
love that. That's the
Yeah.
best. Oh, damn it, Mike. If you weren't such a good homesteader, I'd recommend a future in country music. He had a past in country
I had a
music.
past in country
so,
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a checkered past.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I
Wasn't
don't know
that
if it
checkered?
wasn't checkered. You were with me for a big chunk of it.
Yeah, let's see. Well, not I mean,
Well, okay.
I was
You were
starting to die down.
not
When
when,
I met
not when we
you, I was
met.
at my peak.
Yeah, you were amping it up when I met you.
Oh, yeah, I was at my peak when I met you. But then you see what happened. I met her and
It's all down.
crash and burn.
But it was, I mean, but the one before me made you quit, was gonna make you quit the band.
Well, that's why I
What?
quit her.
Right. Yeah.
You're saying.
Well, I'm just saying.
Don't ask me to quit the band. I'm not in the band anymore.
But I didn't ask him to quit. He did that all on
No.
his own. All on his own. Let the record show.
No,
I
you know
never
what?
asked him to quit.
I swear to you, I woke up one morning. I don't remember
Hi.
all the details of how I made this
Hi,
decision because it was a long time ago. But Frankie was 2.
That's right. Hit that thumbs up.
And I woke up and Frankie had been up for a while and I was tired and I didn't want to be awake.
It was like a weekend.
But there was something going on. And I just thought to myself, man, how am I going to tell my daughter that I can't get up and do whatever she wants to do on Saturday morning because I didn't get home from the bar until
Like
3.
3, yeah.
And
she's up at 7, like ready to go.
And I was playing like 4 days a week. It wasn't like I was just playing like in a garage band once a month. Like I was playing full time, a professional musician. And all the gigs are at night, except for the occasional like casino gig in the afternoon or the occasional private party on a Saturday afternoon. But that was always followed by some night gig at a bar somewhere. So I just said, you know what? My life now, this is my life now. I'm a husband and a dad, and I don't see how the kind of music that I'm playing fits into that.
Yeah.
By the kind of music I'm playing, I mean the lifestyle of that music and how that. I mean,
and it was really hard to keep like a 2-year-old quiet while he slept during the
at
day.
8 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, no, even like because he would sleep. I mean,
and sometimes I would take a nap
before your gig.
Before a gig, depending on how the previous day went or whatever. Yeah,
it's hard to keep a 2-year-old like quiet and like contained and
and you're not supposed to have to keep a 2-year-old quiet and contained. They're supposed to be 2.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I mean, and she's she's so easy kid, but she was an exceptionally easy baby and toddler, like exceptionally easy.
Yeah.
Like I know if we had had another one, it would have been a pure demon seed because we got way too lucky with her that the second one would have been like full on pea soup, head spinning, crawling down the stairs backwards.
But that was, she was born in 2010.
Right.
I started playing. I mean, my first band that was playing in bars was 1999, 98, 99, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because you were only playing for a couple of years, like.
So it would have been like 2012 when I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he would do the occasional like fill in, like if his regular some of his old bandmates were in different bands and like one of them needed a fill in, he'd go fill in. And if we would go out like on a date night and one of those groups of musicians happen to be playing, he'd go up and sing a song or two just because it was fun. But he wasn't doing
Yeah, but I only
anything.
played a gig a couple of times
Yeah.
after I quit.
Yeah.
Like somebody would call and they'd be like, dude, our lead singer's out sick. Can you get us through the night? And I'd be like, well, I know half of your set list between your band. Can you play the other half? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll go play a gig with them. And like, I had no skin in the game other than,
Yeah.
I still remember the songs. Now I don't even remember the songs.
Well,
Like I sit down and pick up a guitar now and I remember like a verse here and a chorus there. And
Yeah.
I could not play 5 songs start to finish right now, probably.
Greg
Well,
Sullivan, the name of his band, of the last band he was in was, well,
so
the
Coyote
main
Moon.
band was Coyote Moon.
Yeah, Coyote Moon was the band
Then
that
it was Whiskey Ridge right
Yeah.
at the end because he was exiting and somebody else was coming in, but there was like a crossover period.
Yeah, actually I tried to quit.
And
That's
they
right.
sucked you back in.
I tried to quit
Yeah.
first and they sucked me back in because they lost their lead vocalist and I played
Yeah.
with them for like 6 months
Yeah.
in Whiskey Ridge.
Yeah.
So that was the last band I was in.
But the main band
But it was all the same players.
Yeah, but the main band's name was Coyote Moon.
Yeah.
So Rich Life Tim says, you gonna let David drive your orange lawn tractor when he comes over?
Sure.
Yeah, I think David, well, he said he's gonna maybe swing by here and see us at the end of the month.
He's got a busy schedule there. I know he's the next day after he gets back, isn't he doing he's doing a live with Tim at Ridge Life.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He's going to be on a tight schedule. I know he might have a day where he can stop by here on the way back, but we'll see.
But yeah, we'll see. Encore, Mike.
Hey, Josh's in the house.
Do you have any small 2x4s to pick up? Tim says they were beating your tractor up so
with
bad
my little grapple.
Your spikes and your little tractor.
Hey, I just remember Josh. I had messaged with you about a grinder. Yeah, I just saw him, Josh.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
About a grinder. I might text you after this while we're driving. You had a grinder that you were looking to sell and like a 25-pound stainless steel mixer. I'm curious if you still got those.
Mixer or grinder?
Mixer.
Oh.
He had both, 2 pieces. Grinder, mixer.
Gotcha. Okay.
That mixer is going to come in handy to make summer sausage and stuff with. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna hit you up.
I'm gonna hit you up, see if you still got them.
Oh, you might be in Starkville that weekend? Well, just saying, that's like a very short drive away.
Who said that? Tim?
Tim.
Oh well, dude. We should have.
I don't know why Tim can't come by too.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, if you come down to. Oh yeah, that's right. Your kid goes to Mississippi State.
It's gonna be a Come On Ridge, Mississippi.
Come On Ridge in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Mississippi Come On Ridge. I don't know.
That sounds dirty in that order.
Right.
Anyway.
Everything sounds dirty to her.
Well, I'm sorry.
You'd think I was the sailor. I was the rock and roller.
Hey, I worked in the bars almost as long as you did.
I'm just saying. No filter.
No filter. Hey, I have gotten much better. I think that but no. Listen.
You've improved your filter.
Yes.
And you know when to apply.
But here's the thing. You remember like the old Acme cartoons, like Looney Tunes and like Warner Brothers cartoons?
You like real cartoons?
Listen.
The good ones?
Yes, listen. They had a lot of like hidden adult things in there that like the kids didn't notice. That's kind of how my humor is. Like it's clean if you're not thinking it's dirty.
They had a lot of not so hidden stuff too. They were very violent. I thought it was great. I thought it was outstanding. How many times can a bird kill a coyote? Violently kill. And then he's back.
Ridge Life, come on, cold beer. Is he in here? I didn't even see cold beer pop in. Or are we just talking about him behind his back? That's cool too. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if there is there's Coyote Moon Band used to have a website.
Well, there's a link to the CD on Amazon.
Oh, that's right.
On Amazon Music.
Totally forgot about that. Yeah, I did put out a
It's
CD.
under Michael Crouch and the Coyote Moon Band.
Yeah.
If you look it up on Amazon Music.
Yeah. And
Just
it's
for giggles. And fun fact, the photography inside the CD cover and the cover of it, my dad did.
I don't even know if you can get the physical CD. I think you have to buy the digital download.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you do.
But I still have like
You still have some.
a couple hundred of those CDs. Like I could send some out to like CD Baby or whoever was managing that when I set it up a long time ago. But it would be a lot of work to try to find passwords and logins and yeah.
What's the CD, Ridge Life does?
What's the CD exactly? I was so proud of that CD, man. We spent months working on this CD, and I wrote all the songs on it. Fun fact.
Fun fact. Yeah, that's true.
45. There you go. How about a 78?
A little 8-track.
I had an 8-track in my Buick Regal and an 8-track in my Ford Econo. Is it Econo Line? Three-speed on the column. I think it was an Econo Line was the model of that Ford. Oh man, it was a van. It was
Cindy Brown, yes. Send me your address. Message it to me, and I will. I'll have Mike dig one out, and I'll even have him sign it for you.
a CD.
Yeah.
I know where they are actually.
Do you? I wasn't sure if you knew where they were after the move.
Okay. Well, that's why I know where they are because we just moved.
That either means things got lost, or you know what I mean.
Of course, Mike had a van. It was actually my folks' van, but I drove it. It was right about that age frame.
He was that guy driving around neighborhoods. Hey, little girl. No,
I mean, if you saw this van, it was something right out of.
Oh, you're on Spotify too. Look at that. Who knew? You're posting your links all over the place.
On Spotify.
Who knew? Yeah, the album's name is Strong.
Yeah.
That's the title track of the album.
Yeah.
Yep. And fun fact, that was actually at his CD release party. He signed my CD for me. That was the first time he told me he loved me. Was he wrote it.
Question is, do you still have that?
I did. And then I lost it briefly. Then I found it again. But now we've moved, and now
you know what?
I lost I don't know where
briefly, but it's turned into more than briefly.
Your wedding ring.
I did lose that briefly, more than once. I know where it is now. I lost. Remember when we opened for Charlie Daniels?
Oh yeah, the guitar.
And he signed my guitar.
Yeah.
I had him sign the pick guard on my Telecaster guitar, and then I immediately went home, took the pick guard off, bought a new pick guard, put it on. Can't find that pick guard.
Are you serious? You're special.
Yeah.
Good job, mister.
Yeah.
Good job.
That Buick Regal was a 78.
Your sanity. That's the thing you lost. I can't believe.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That's so funny.
Yeah, and it was kind of a nice car, I thought. It was a lot nicer than the Chevy Nova that I had after that. Oh man, that thing was a pop.
That's accurate, Josh. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. No gold record. No.
Actually.
Oh, well, okay. I'll go
yeah.
grab it. Hold on. I just remembered that too. See if I can reach it. Talk to people.
Yeah. So we were, if you search back in the history of the San Diego Music Awards, it was a big deal in San Diego County. And they had because there's a big music scene on the West Coast. And we were best vocal group. Oh yeah, I got a couple of these, right?
A couple of those.
Best vocal group. And then the following year we were best country band.
So I actually had this made for him when his CD came out. Let's see if I can hold it so you guys can see it. But I had the little plaque done at the bottom that has, I won't focus on it because of the glare. But you guys get the idea. I basically made him his own little thing they give you when you go platinum or whatever. And yeah. I thought
I didn't even go aluminum, y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't even go mason jar.
But anyway, I just thought it was cool. It was like, oh, this would be cool for him because
Yeah,
it
it
was
is cool.
December 3rd of 2003, and
Was the
we
day of the release party?
yeah,
Yeah.
and we had been well, no, yeah, that was the day of the release party. Yeah, and we'd been together like a while at that point, and that was the first. And I was about ready to break up with him, and he finally told me he loved me.
I didn't tell you I wrote it.
He wrote it. It still took him a while before he said it out loud, but that was a step. It was a step. Where'd you put the thing? Oh. Talk to the people.
Yeah, this life I live, south of heaven. Man, I
South of Heaven's my favorite.
I don't know if I actually remember. I could not play most of the songs on that CD right now. I mean, I know the words still, but yeah, I would have to. I'd have to go woodshed if I ever wanted to try to play them.
I'm okay.
But yeah, I think there's a YouTube channel with our album on it. No, so I allowed CD Baby to monetize my CD, and they then went like everywhere, like Apple, iTunes, Spotify, like wherever you find it. If it's in a monetized place,
But then
CD
we've
Baby
moved,
gets the most of that.
yeah, but we've moved like twice since that started, and he's never changed the address. So like occasionally
Yeah.
you used to get a check for like $50 here
Yeah.
and there. Who knows?
I've got yeah.
Who knows now?
They might owe me $200 or something
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly wasn't making much money. So
Thank you, Cindy. I'll take a look at that. I'll get that out to you whenever he gets me one of the CDs because I don't know where they are. He moved them.
I smell smoke.
I just blew a candle out. You're
Oh,
fine.
there
Nobody
you go.
died. He's
All right.
always every time I blow a candle out, he's like, "Oh my God, something's on fire," and I'm like, "Not
I
anymore."
didn't. Hey, y'all chime in. Did I say that?
No, but it's just funny. 'cause
See, this is how this one exaggerates. I was just like, the radar went up. I was like, oh, I smell smoke. All
so
right.
dramatic.
You know,
He's so dramatic.
you're the epitome of dramatic. Tim, you didn't know I knew that
Oh,
word,
this
did
this black one that just snuck up here, that was Skylar.
you? Yeah.
That was Skylar. Yeah. I totally lost my train of thought.
You think you had a continuous train of thought going
No,
on?
it's
That
sort of
was-
like
That was random chaos.
so my train of thought is more like a really bad game of Frogger, and occasionally it just gets hit by a semi truck, and then I'm like,
You guys picture fill a mason jar with marbles, stand in the middle of a concrete floor and drop them, and then try to understand
monkey
the
underpants. That's
the way the marbles
Yeah.
scatter. That kind of chaos. That's what's going on in this one's brain.
yeah. There's a lot going on up there at all times that like, and he'll get mad at me because I'll just start talking
She'll start a sentence
like he knows
halfway through her thought.
Yeah, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry. Let me back it up.
Yeah.
I was here, this." And he's like, "Okay."
Wow.
But in my head, this is a conversation we had earlier. You should know I'm picking up from there and running with it. But he doesn't always. Sometimes he does. But I always know I can always read your mind when you're like
No, you can't.
almost always when the guy when you're like the guy, you'll just say like two things, like the
Okay.
guy from the thing, and I'll be like, "Oh, you're talking about Dennis Quaid."
When
And
we're
he'll be like,
talking about
"Yes."
movies,
He'll say two
you
words.
can mind meld with me because
Yeah.
I'm terrible with actors and I'm terrible with movie names.
Uh,
But I can talk about a scene in a movie, and then I'll be like, the guy with the really weird hair, and then she'll know who I'm talking
but
about.
he'll even just say like, that one movie about that guy, and he has like that one tooth, like something very like way left field, and I'll still know who he's talking about. And I don't know, it's like a weird like mind meld thing. So that's true, Cindy. It's because we multitask even in our minds. That is true.
You
Just
only
constantly.
multitask in your minds.
That's not true.
When it's time to truly multitask, we're in trouble.
we do different kinds of multitasking. You just don't you don't understand our level of multitasking. I'm just saying.
So Scotty had an alarm set to stop cutting down trees and missed it. No, you didn't completely miss it. You're here. Cutting down trees, huh? That does not sound like a good time.
No.
And it's kind of dark out there.
Well, you don't know where he's at.
That's true.
He could be on the West Coast and it's still not, well, it would be dark now, but
You're not allowed to cut trees down on the West Coast.
Texas George says he's wanting
Bunch
to
of
see
tree
Miss
huggers.
Frankie get her first deer. I know. We are too. Hopefully this weekend. They're gonna go an evening hunt because she is tired of getting skunked. Every time they go out, they like don't even see a deer. And they've gone only like in the mornings. So they're gonna try going in the evening with her and hopefully she's gonna catch a deer.
Be humble and kind. That's Tim McGraw song. For sure. Tim
Yeah.
McGraw.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, my band played a lot of like mainstream music. We hardly played our originals. We made a CD of originals because we wanted to be original someday. In fact, I actually wrote a song that never made that album. I wrote a lot of songs that never made that album. Most of them were better than the songs on that album.
Well, there's a couple songs that I was like, really, this one?
Yeah, but I wrote a song about. It was called Undercover, and it was like we went in undercover. Now we're all covered up. It was pretty catchy, but it was about wanting to be an original band, wanting to be an original artist, but having to play covers because that's what people will hire you to do.
Yeah, that's what the bars want you to play.
Yeah,
Not so much now. I feel like there's been a shift with that. People want to go and hear like original music now when they go out and
some places.
Some
I
places,
mean,
certain areas, I guess.
I think it's still niche places. Like
Yeah.
I mean, the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. Yeah, you go in there, and you play 2 original songs. You know, if you can get on the list. Or like the small venues, where you only play a couple of songs. But if a venue hires a bar to entertain a room full of people, or hires a band to entertain a room full of people, they want that band to play songs that the people know. Like Sweet Home Alabama and Fat Bottom Girls and
Vineyard Chicks. I
Honky
haven't
Tonk
heard of
Woman
them.
and Tim McGraw.
And Tim McGraw. So, Mike, you gonna commit to Mid-American YouTube meetup with me and David? Ridge Life is asking.
Not at the moment.
He doesn't do peer pressure.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. We have definitely begun the discussion, and we're trying to figure out, because that's in April or May. It's in May, and there's a lot that we don't know about May right now, having to do with livestock and situations of the farm. But we have started the discussion, and we have agreed that it'd be nice if we can.
Yeah.
But I'm not committing.
He's non-committal.
You can't get me to commit.
You know how long it took him to tell me he loved me.
Yeah.
So he's very non-committal. But then once you lock him up,
it's not that I'm non-committal. It's that a commitment means something.
Well, okay, yeah. It takes him a while to like commit. Then once he does,
we never did play Motley Crue. I don't think. Did we ever play Motley Crue?
You did in your old band with Mike, the first band.
What song?
I don't remember, but I remember you telling me you did.
Because we did more rock and roll in that band. Yeah.
I think you did.
But we did like.
Was it Dr. Love? No.
We did that Queen song, or was it Queen?
Fat Bottom Girls, but you did it in the Kevin Fowler style.
Fat Bottom Girls make the rocking world go round with a country twang. Yeah. And then Rolling
Living
Stone.
Wild and Free Homestead, bite your tongue. 80s hair bands was almost 50 years ago. That hurts.
80s hair bands was almost 50 years ago.
Well, no, it was only 40 something years ago.
Right.
Technically, because
I mean, look, like when I was in school, Poison, like the 80s hair bands were on, and I'm 50. So yeah. Wow.
Yeah. White Snake, yeah, that's a good one.
White Snake, White Lion. What was that one?
Probably Smoking in the Boys' Room.
She's only 17. Who's that band?
Statutory Rape? No.
He was the lead singer. Like always liked to get in fights, but whatever. It was a long time ago.
Wasn't that like every band in the 80s, like destroying hotel rooms and like?
Yeah. Oh, what about
Winger?
Oh, Winger. There it is. Yep, 17. There you go. People don't remember them, People don't remember White Lion. They remember White Snake. But I mean, I liked a lot of the bands that weren't super popular. But then of course I like Styx, which is goes further back than that. Styx was my all-time favorite for a long time. Kiss. Woo! Kiss was way up there at the top of the list. Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits was probably one of the best albums of all time.
I'm not a big Kiss fan. I don't hate them or anything. I'm just not as excited about them.
I wanna rock and roll all night,
Yeah, I know the song.
body every day. Yeah,
I don't know. It's just not my jam. I'm
yeah.
more of like a like
Leonard Skinner.
Poison, Bon
Bon
Jovi.
Jovi was good. Yeah.
I like more, like,
I'm a cowboy.
and then like the transition groups, which I would consider like Guns N' Roses was sort of a transition group, and like Red Hot Chili Peppers were sort of a transition
You
group.
stop right there.
They were.
Don't even bring Red Hot Chili Peppers into this conversation.
They were popular.
You can't talk about all those bands you just talked about.
I said they were
and then talk
transition
about
bands.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's like bringing up the Ramones. Don't do it.
What's wrong with the Ramones?
They don't belong in this conversation. They're their own, like,
It's a different category. It's a transition.
they're their own West Coast
Okay,
world.
I can't talk to you anymore.
Yeah, they're West Coast, yo. I'm sorry.
Somebody
agrees with me.
He's exhausting. So exhausting.
Yeah, Styx. Oh, Boston. Oh, yeah.
Best live show,
AC/DC.
Hootie and the Blowfish. I've heard that. I've heard that he's quite good live, or they're quite good live. But I guess it's just him. It's just him.
It don't matter what you say. They ain't listening anyway.
Milli Vanilli.
Love brings you back.
That's right. Living Wild and Free Homestead. You gotta love some Milli Vanilli. They had those dance moves too. Like, woo.
House of Rising Sun by the Animals. I don't know if I've heard that version.
Oh, I was gonna say, you know that
There
song.
is a house in New Orleans called Rising Sun. That song's been done by everybody.
Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. I have never heard of that.
So I'm gonna look up the Animals version. I've actually learned that song multiple times in like different styles. Just because it's such a great song.
You're wearing the slippers that I did not get you for Christmas.
That's accurate.
I tried 3 times to get Mike slippers for Christmas. No. Well, kind of, because the one pair was like a slide-on pair and they fit him fine, but they were more of like knock-around ones. These are more like, hey, he can walk outside in them if he needs to. They have like more moccasin style with a real bottom. But they were super skinny. Like they wouldn't even fit my foot. No matter how long they were just as skinny. And I was like, what?
They're like little canoes.
Yeah, so I had to keep sending them back. And then finally he was like, you know what? I'm going to pick out my own, but I appreciate the gesture.
So I did. I ordered my own.
So he ordered his own, which was fine because then it meant I could stop returning them. So that was good.
Tennessee whiskey. I have to get loud for that. I mean, it's hard to sing quiet. It's hard for me to sing quiet.
You're always loud though. I don't think
like if I don't like a lot of times it's like I gotta put it like all kinds of equipment on the microphone to back it down.
Philip saying, this is funny, guys all talking about the 80s. He was stationed in Sicily in the mid 80s. That's not a bad place to be stationed. I mean, the actual part of Italy I would prefer to Sicily just because I think the food's a little bit, the sauce is better.
Oh, Crystal Ball.
Skid Row, yeah. Judas Priest, yeah.
Crystal Ball. Oh, so many things I need to know. Name their guitar player.
Bob.
Tommy Shaw.
Oh, I called him Bob.
Crystal Ball. Too much time on my hands. I've got
1 minute
too
warning,
much
Michael.
time on my hands.
No.
It's slipping away. Yeah. Oh,
No.
Or how about the Police? Have we talked about the Police?
You cannot put them in the same category as hair bands.
I can, and I did.
Okay.
Hey, mighty brontosaurus, don't you have a lesson for us?
Okay, you're done.
Some of y'all never heard that song. I don't think it was a radio
Nobody
cut.
should hear that song.
I like a lot of songs that were not radio cuts.
That's good for you. All right, guys, make sure that you check back on this week. Tomorrow,
Creedence, I agree.
Stop talking.
Tom Petty, not so much.
Babe, stop it. We got to wrap it up. We have a schedule to keep. Okay. Tomorrow, we are posting a new video here on Through Mississippi. So make sure you check that out. And then Sunday, we'll be back to normal. We're skipping Friday video. We're posting it Thursday instead. Make sure you stick around for Full Blown Country, and then you've got MT Homestead, both of them flying solo tonight, and then you got Brian at Vineyard Farmhouse. So make sure you stay tuned in. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you, as always, our moderators. We appreciate you. Thank you for posting those links
and our new moderator,
awesome
Steve.
people, and our new moderator, Steve C. Because why not?
We don't appreciate you yet.
So
you haven't done anything.
No, he did. He posted a link for your music. So anyway, thank you guys. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Next time. Why won't it stop? There it goes. No.
It's like you when you're driving the 4-wheeler. Why won't it stop?